choices, authorities, ghosting, love and respect. But you see, the worth, it is my freedom. Yeah, today we're going to talk about all of those things you just heard. Because, you see, there is a little problem in my world. I've talked so many times about the lies that have been built upon me. So we're going to straighten something out today. First out, choices. You know, every human, no matter if you are grown up, if you're a child, or if you are, something of that, have choices. It's different between grown-ups and child. Because the child, they still have choices, but many times they can't choose for themselves because they don't have the knowledge to do so. But grown-ups, they always can choose. And with that said, keep bearing with me right now, because we're going to talk about authorities. And we're going to talk about PTSD and anxiety. In my world, everything that is have something to do with authorities, it's giving me PTSD and anxiety. I have PTSD, as you already know if you have been following me and listen. And my anxiety today, it's 100% shown what I do have with authorities to do. And to keep myself feeling good, to keep myself taking away my anxiety and don't have to deal with it so much, it's easier for me to live without the authorities. And then we go back to choices. Because, you see, we're going to give you an example. If you are cleaning your home, and we say that that's going to take you 2 hours. And with that said, I also want to say you are fully functional, you have legs that works, you have no disability whatsoever. It's going to take you 2 hours because that was the only thing you have, and you're going to manage to do it in 2 hours. That's not the case in my world. Because, you see, I am disabled. I am not using my legs like you are, because my legs, they are wheels on a wheelchair. And I can't stand up and reach for things or doing things like that. Yes, once upon a time I could. I even could walk. But I can't. And to even get to move myself from my wheelchair over to my bed or over to the toilet or something like that, I need to have one thing. I need to have concentration, because my nerve path is not working like yours are. That's why my anxiety need to go away. Because if I have my anxiety, I can't concentrate myself. And that means I'm going to fall. Every time I move, I'm going to fall. And the last year that's been, it happened so much in my life. So the concentration that I used to have, so I could take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps or more, it doesn't work any longer. So cleaning that house that would take you 2 hours, it's going to take me 6 hours. And now if you are Swedish, you're going to say, but the authority can give you help because they have home services. Oh yeah, that's right. But the authority in my world, with everything I've gone through, are giving me anxiety. That means that my concentration will not work whatsoever. So therefore, I've chosen it away. And now we are back to choices. I have chosen it away. I needed to do that. Not because I thought it was fun, because no, I don't think it's fun to clean 6 hours or go out to my trashing room to throw my garbage, and I can't even reach the things out there. But I do it. No matter what. I keep doing it because it gives me satisfaction to know that those 6 hours, it's going to give me my clean home, it's going to give me my peace of mind, and my anxiety is not going to show itself. So I do it anyway. And if I need to be up at night 4, 3, 6 hours more, just because I'm going to be able to do this and do my schoolwork and build my company and do everything in my world that I need to do so I can get some money to buy some food, to pay my rent, to do everything of this. I'm going to keep going on and do everything of this because I don't want to have anxiety. I don't want to have people, different people, coming into my home every day to do things because the authority need to control me, because that's the way it's been in my world. I've got so many proof the last couple of months since I came to this island of what they were doing when I was living in my old apartment in my own old hometown. And I've cried so many tears about this. As I said before, I don't hate the authorities, but they have hurt me so much, so I am afraid of them. And that afraidness gives me anxiety, and my PTSD is growing every time they are around. So I have chosen to not have anything to do with them. And it have cost me a lot of things, but it's worth it, because you see, my worth is my freedom. And now we're going to talk about ghosting. The same with this. No matter who you are, no matter who you be, no matter what you think. But one thing I've learned this hard way, this hard trip, is that the choice is yours. And if somebody don't call you, if somebody don't say anything to you, if somebody don't reach out for you, it's because they choose not to do. And that is so clear. It speaks its own language. It speaks of you're not interested. And then the person who been ghosted, or no matter if you ghost them or not, that person need to see it, need to hear it, and need to follow it. If you don't want to hurt another person, you are clear to them of what you think, what you believe, and what you want. And by not doing that, you're going to be seen as a player, as someone who can't stand up for yourself. You're going to be seen as someone who is not trustable. And that's a choice you make, because the choice is yours. I'm not going to do that choice, because you see, I am the woman who going to be blunt, going to tell the truth, and going to be honest. And I'm not doing that because of you. I'm doing that because of me. Because you see, I think it's better that I do that, because then people know who I am. People know what I stand for. And I like that. I like to be there. That's a place in my life that I want to be. And it's all about my worth. Because you see, as I said before, my worth is my freedom. With that said, it doesn't mean that I don't want to get married again, that I don't want to have love or be loved back, or it doesn't mean that I want to go to bed and I want to crawl into a person I love so I can just be embraced and fall asleep with that feeling of just cool energy of just being loved and be loving back. Because that's my dream. I think that's everybody's dream. I heard about a very big, good comment the other day. It was a person who said to me, the two people who is going to have the best relationship is the two people who come from a background that loneliness is okay. It is the best thing that can happen to them. Because they are calm, they are in line with themselves, and they are those people who has come to let go of everything, let go of the control, and just release themselves to the energy, to the spirit, to God, to universe. Call it what you want. So they are going to have it the best time together. And now we talk about choices again. If you do the choice from your heart space, you're also going to be able to feel good in it. And if you are doing everything from your head and your logic, you're probably not going to feel anything. And you're going to go around in that circle, that karmic circle that is just no way out. But you see, the choice you have, it is to break out. It's the only way. I know because I've been there. And I've said many times in my podcasting the last couple of weeks, I've just closed the circle. And now I'm entering into a new one. But it's a big choice I've made. That is to not tell everybody, not say anything on what I want to do in the future, what I need to do, and how I'm going to tell my story. This you hear right now is some way of it. But how it's going to look in the future, that I'm not going to tell you, because that's my choice not to say anything. It is my choice to build what I want to build to survive. And in the end, the choices is always our own. The same with the faith. The faith is always our own. And the choices we have in life, it's have to be in line with our heart space and how we feel. Because if we want to feel good, we need to dare to stand up to our feelings. And we need to be best friend with our fears. I am not best friend with the authorities. Because the authorities don't want to be best friend with me. So I can't nurture them. And a person said to me not long ago, you have to slave for them. And you have to do that so much that they see that you do that. I listened to this person. I did everything of what he said. And I trusted him. I really did trust him. But the day when I know that I'm going to be as lonely as I was, even more, he chose to ghost me. And the choice he did make that day. It was his choice, and I had to live with that. And my heart broke. And I had to live with that too. And the day I was able to stand up again, and as I said, I'm in a wheelchair, so stand up for me is not stand on my legs. But you know what I'm meaning. The day I could stand up again and I could do what I needed to do to really go into my healing journey, it was on Christmas Eve when I saw a video with this man in it. And I realized something. I realized something so big. The choice he made of ghosting me was his choice. And I need to take my choice. So I withdraw every energy I could from this person. Not because I wanted, because it was necessary for me to survive. And how much that it hurts me to do that, I did. And that was my choice. Because you see, as I said before, my worth is my freedom. And my freedom is going to keep being my worth. Because that choice to doing my worth to my freedom, it's going to be sustainable for the rest of my life. With that said, as I said before, doesn't mean that I don't dream of go to sleep and sleep with somebody that I can trust, that I can love, that I can be loved back. That it can be vice versa from both ends with equal amount of love, equal amount of trust, equal amount of believing in the future and doing things. That is my biggest wishes of it all. But I've always said, and I'm gonna keep saying, if I can't get that with the one I want to have it with, then I can be alone, because I like to be alone. I can do whatever FUC I want, and I can build whatever I want, and I can be persistent in what I want. But I'm also willing to let go of my control and give my faith that God's gonna help me to go on. That's my way of living today, and I'm gonna keep doing it. So the choice are yours, and I just have to follow what you choose. And the authorities, what they choose is their problem. But in my house, they're not gonna get in. And the ghosting, that can stand for other people, because I'm gonna stand clear for what I think, what I believe, and I'm gonna keep being that blunt woman who is the strongest of them all. And love and respect, that is the way I want to have in my life. Because you see, the worth is my freedom, and it's going to keep being that. And if you haven't heard this today, I do love you. I love you so much. Because you see, you are a part of the world, and I love the world, and I need you there. So keep pushing, keep going, and do what you think is worth. And make your choices after what you think you want to have in your life. And do it from your heart space. Then you're going to feel better. Love, love. Bye-bye.